Scene script. Have you ever wondered why sometimes communication in relationships seems harder than solving a complex puzzle? It's like trying to decipher a secret code, isn't it? We've all been there, fumbling with words, misinterpreting signals, or simply unable to express our feelings accurately. This is a common struggle in relationships, be it with a partner, a friend, or a family member. Communication issues often arise from misunderstandings, assumptions, and not being fully present in the moment. These issues, as trivial as they might seem, can lead to arguments, distance, and even breakups. But what if there was a tool to navigate through these issues, a compass to guide us through the labyrinth of emotions and communication? Enter mindfulness, a practice that can help to improve communication and relationships. Mindfulness is not some hocus pocus or a magic trick. It's a simple yet powerful practice of being present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. It's like observing a river flow, noticing its course, its rhythm, its calm, and its turbulence, but not trying to control or change it. Now you might wonder, how can mindfulness help in improving communication and relationships? Well, when we are mindful, we listen better, we express ourselves more clearly, and we are more understanding and empathetic. We become aware of our own emotions and reactions, and also become more sensitive to others' feelings. This awareness helps us to respond rather than react, to understand rather than assume, and to express rather than suppress. It's like having a clear, calm mirror that reflects our inner world as well as the world around us. Imagine having a conversation where you are truly present, where you listen deeply, understand profoundly, and express authentically. That's the power of mindfulness in relationships. It's the key to unlocking a deeper connection, a better understanding, and a more fulfilling relationship. Stay tuned to discover how mindfulness practices can transform your relationships. Mindfulness, a word you've probably heard before, but what does it truly mean? Well, mindfulness is a mental state of awareness, focus, and openness to your surroundings. It's about soaking in the present moment, noticing the world around you, and engaging with your experiences without judgment or distraction. Think of it as a filter through which you perceive your reality, a lens that allows you to see, feel, and engage with the world in a more meaningful and present way. Mindfulness has its roots in ancient Buddhist philosophy. The Buddha, a sage on whose teachings Buddhism was founded, advocated for the practice of mindfulness as a path to enlightenment. He believed that by truly living in the present, we can free ourselves from the suffering caused by dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. In its essence, mindfulness is about being fully present and aware. It's about consciously directing your attention to the here and now, and embracing whatever you are experiencing in this very moment. Whether it's the sensation of your breath flowing in and out, or the feeling of the sun on your skin, or even the taste of your morning coffee, mindfulness encourages you to fully experience these moments without judgment. But it's not just about being aware, it's also about acceptance. Mindfulness teaches us to accept our thoughts and feelings without labeling them as good or bad. It teaches us to observe our thoughts and emotions as they are without trying to change them or push them away. And finally, mindfulness is about compassion and kindness, both towards ourselves and others. It's about acknowledging our human imperfections and embracing them with kindness and understanding. It's about treating ourselves and others with the same compassion we would show a dear friend. Mindfulness, then, is not just a practice, but a way of life. It's a journey of self-awareness and acceptance, a path to understanding ourselves and the world around us on a deeper level. Now that you understand mindfulness, let's explore how to practice it. Begin your journey towards mindfulness with the first step, focusing on your breath. Breath, the very essence of life, is our constant companion. It's often overlooked, but in mindfulness, it takes center stage. When we focus on our breath, we anchor ourselves in the present moment. This simple act can be a profound tool for self-awareness and inner peace. Imagine yourself sitting comfortably, eyes closed. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly. Feel the air filling your lungs and then leaving your body. Pay attention to this cycle, this rhythm of life. It's important to remember not to judge your breath or try to control it. Let it be natural. Let it flow. If your mind wanders, that's perfectly normal. Our minds are curious and active. The key is not to chastise yourself, but to gently, without any judgment, bring your focus back to your breath. Remember, it's all right if your mind wanders. Gently bring it back to your breath. Now that you've mastered the art of mindful breathing, proceed to the next step, observing your thoughts. Embarking on this phase requires a shift in perspective. Start to see your thoughts as transient, like clouds passing across a vast sky. They come and they go, always changing, never static. They are not you, nor do they define you. To observe your thoughts without judgment, imagine you're a silent watcher, standing on a hilltop, observing the clouds drift by. Each cloud represents a thought. Some clouds may be heavy and grey, others light and fluffy. They may bring rain, or they might simply pass by. Your job, as an observer, is to merely notice these clouds, not to change or judge them. This is a simple yet powerful exercise in mindfulness. It allows you to detach from the incessant chatter of your mind and find a place of calm observation. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You've learned to be mindful of your breath and thoughts. Now, let's apply this to your relationships. Mindfulness is a lot like a master key. It can unlock doors in our minds and hearts that we didn't even know were closed. And one of the most fulfilling doors it can unlock is that of our relationships. When we talk about relationships, we're not just talking about romantic ones. We're talking about all the interactions you have, from your family and friends, to colleagues and even the cashier at your local coffee shop. Every interaction is an opportunity for mindfulness. You see, mindfulness allows us to really listen, not just to the words being spoken, but to the emotions behind them. It helps us tune into the subtleties of communication that are so often overlooked, like tone of voice and body language. By being fully present, we can better understand the people around us and respond in a way that fosters connection and understanding. Here's a practical tip. Next time you're in a conversation, try to really focus on the other person. Notice their facial expressions, their tone of voice, the words they're using. Try not to think about what you're going to say next. Just listen. This is mindfulness in action. Additionally, mindfulness can also help us manage our own reactions. We all know that feeling when someone says something that triggers a strong emotion in us. It's easy to react impulsively, but mindfulness gives us the space to pause, to observe our feelings without judgment, and to respond in a thoughtful, considered way. Mindfulness also fosters empathy. By being present in our interactions, we can better understand others' perspectives and feelings. This understanding can lead to deeper connections, better communication, and ultimately, more fulfilling relationships. So, next time you find yourself rushing through a conversation or reacting impulsively, take a moment to breathe, to be present, and to apply the principles of mindfulness. Remember, mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. Practice it regularly for improved relationships. You've embarked on a journey towards better relationships through mindfulness. Let's recap what we've covered. We began by delving into the power of mindfulness in relationships. We discovered how it can open doors to deeper connections, better understanding, and heightened empathy. Mindfulness, as we've learned, isn't just about being present. It's about being wholly engaged, taking in the world around us, and truly understanding our thoughts, feelings, and sensations. Then we took a deeper dive into understanding mindfulness itself. We explored its roots, its principles, and how it's more than just a concept. It's a way of life. Mindfulness is not a destination. It's a journey, a continuous process of awareness and understanding. We also walked you through mindfulness practices, broken down into 2 simple steps. The first step is about cultivating awareness, about noticing what's happening around and within us, without judgment. The second step, conversely, is about responding rather than reacting to these observations. It's about taking a step back, processing what we've noticed, and then choosing how to respond. Next, we discussed how to apply mindfulness to relationships. We learned that it's about listening with intent, communicating with kindness, and being present in our interactions. It's about understanding our partners, their needs, their feelings, and their perspectives. It's about fostering empathy and compassion, about creating a space where love, respect, and understanding can thrive. So what can you expect from integrating mindfulness into your relationships? Well, you can expect improved communication, deeper connections, and healthier relationships. You can expect to understand and be understood, to listen and be listened to love and be loved in return. But remember, mindfulness isn't a one-time fix. It's a continuous practice, a lifelong commitment to awareness and understanding. It's about applying what you've learned every day, in every interaction, in every relationship. Remember, the key to better relationships lies within you. With mindfulness, you have the power to transform your relationships and communication.